And we are in for a treat because our opening game are the Raptors, who are desperately clinging to their playoff lives if they can get a W against the surging Knicks. Now, this Knicks team took a while for them to figure themselves out, understand their identity, but it looks like just in the nick of time, right after the Passover break, they are where they want to be. And as for this Raptors squad, Elliot Dweck did come off the bench last week, was on the injury report for the last 3 or 4 weeks with a bad ankle, but he is back. He's on the floor. He looks healthy. And this is where we really see what this team is made out of. Can they mount some sort of momentum or something and make a playoff push here late in the season as we are in week number 10? Again, live here in Mag and David, and we are in for a great slate of games. The energy in the room is just different over here. And here's the opening tip. Shelby Rosenberg, Dennis Dweck squaring up in the center circle. More of a home floor for Dennis, who played for Magan. Here's Elliott, gives to Moyal. Moyal drives, puts it up off the glass and in. And it's a quick 2-0 game. Raptors in front, nice start. Sammy Shabbat gives to Little Dennis. Little Dennis shoots over a hand in his face by Elliot Arazi, and that ball goes back to the Raptors. Elliott gives to Moyal. Moyal hoists the three, and he puts it in. And Mikey Moyal with all 5 points for the Raptors here in the early onset of this game. Now Braha brings up the dribble. Not the most ideal start for this Knicks organization, and that's last touch by the Knicks heading the other way. Raptors basketball looking to build on their 5-0 lead. Erwin Azar penetrates to the hole, and he couldn't finish. And now here comes the fast break by Sammy Shabbat. Shabbat waits for his man to arrive. Here's Dennis with it behind the three-point line. Jamie backing down Moyal, and he's rejected by Elliot Dweck from behind. Elliot throws it up ahead to Erwin, back to Elliot, kicks it out to Arazi. Arazi couldn't get a clean handle on it. And here's Mikey Moyal yet again. No good. And Erwin Azar bats it out into the hands of Elliot Dweck. They're going to reset their possession. Now Dweck drives, gets fouled, and he heads to the free throw line as the Raptors are the aggressor to start. And they look to take a 7-0 lead with the benefit of 2 free throws by Elliot Dweck. First free throw attempt is up and good. Here comes the second. And he knocks down the pair. It's a 7-0 game. Knicks looking to get on track here after a sluggish start. Throws it down low to Dennis Dweck. Dennis hands to Braha, slips the pass back to Dennis. Dennis gives to Jamie. Jamie, bumping bodies, throws it back out to Mark Braha. Braha calling out a play, right elbow, and gives to Dennis Dweck. Throws it down low. Jamie lost the handle, but he bats it out, and a little Dennis with it, penetrates. Straightaway three is good from Dennis Dweck. And the Knicks are on the board at 7-3. And it looks like we have an injury as Mark Braha is grasping his left ankle. Last thing you want to see is an ankle sprain. And they're going to have to play a bigger lineup right now, and Steven Mizrahi checks into the game. Mark Braha is writhing in pain on the sidelines. Here's Erwin Azar, gives to Arazi. Arazi gives to Rosenberg. Yet to be a factor in this game. And Elliot Dweck has it. Shabbat slips through that screen. And Elliot Dweck stops and has it rejected from Sammy Shabbat. the defense by Shabbat. And here is Jamie, and he is stripped from behind, gets it back, and he throws it up off the rim. No good. Azar in space, throws it out. Rosenberg for three, no good. And rebounded by Mizrahi. Throws to the corner, Little Dennis open, look for three, book it. Just a 1-point game. It's been a game of runs, 7 and now 6 for the Knicks. So under 20 minutes to play here in the first half. Once again, live here in Magen David Yeshiva on the 5th floor. Now, Azar missed the point-blank layup. And Sammy Shabbat brings down the dribble, and he pulls up for two, and it's in and out. Rosenberg grabs the board. Shelby Rosenberg. Hands to Moyal. Moyal kicks it out. 3-point attempt, no good, short by Elliot Dweck, and Sammy Shabbat grabs the board, throws it up ahead, and it's intercepted by Mikey Moyal. Now Moyal kicks to Arazi, pump fake, throws down low to Azar. Azar back out to Arazi, throws it underneath and finds an open Shelby Rosenberg for the lay-in. Nice ball movement there, waiting, patiently waiting, finding that open man on the cut. And it's a 9-6 lead for the Raptors. Little Dennis gives to Dennis Dweck. Big on big, and Dennis fadeaway jumper in the face of Shelby for the bucket. And they're back within one. It's 9-8. Moyal brings down the dribble. Gives to Arazi. Arazi feeds Rosenberg. Rosenberg penetrates the paint, stops, kicks it out to Arazi. Arazi lets it fly. Book it. Elliot Arazi knocks down the triple, and it's 12-8. Little Dennis gets a screen, drives baseline, throws it up, and it's tapped, and it leads to a fast break. And Toronto back on the board, sloppy on the Knicks' part. And good job on the Raptors in cashing in. And the score is now 14-8 here in the first half. Dennis gives to Jamie Dweck. Jamie, top of the key. Drives right, gives to Dennis, back to Jamie. Jamie makes his move to the basket, and he turns it over. Elliot Dweck throws it up ahead to Mikey Moyal. Moyal gives to Arazi, back to Moyal for three, no good, and rebounded by Dennis Dweck. Now Dennis gets trapped in the corner and throws it out to Mizrahi. Mizrahi throws to Shabbat. Shabbat asking for his big man to move, and Dennis regains the handle. Gives to Jamie Dweck. Jamie penetrates baseline, and there's a whistle on Elliot Dweck. It's going to be a side out for the Knicks. Back into the hands of Jamie Dweck, and he puts it up, and he's short from three-point land as they are struggling to find some consistency on the offensive end. Here's Moyal. Gets a screen from Rosenberg, dishes to Azar. Azar quickly picked up by Jamie Dweck. Throws out to Haber. Jack Haber had himself a career night last week, but his first possession results in a turnover. Here's Mizrahi behind the back feed to Sammy Shabbat. Shabbat dribbles out. Throws to Dennis. Dennis pulls up, and he finds Steven Mizrahi underneath for the easy land. Nice recognition there from the veteran, Dennis Dweck. Here is Moyal. Been the catalyst thus far for the Raptors. Throws to Haber. Haber Instantly picked up by Dennis. Up top to Arazi, down low, now to Rosenberg. Gives it back to Arazi. Arazi spins out of one. Nice find underneath, and Rosenberg lays it in. Once again, patience equals points for the Raptors. Dennis Dweck thought about the outside shot, and now he's left alone again. Passed up that opportunity. Rosenberg, towering presence in front of him. And now here's Jamie Dweck. And Jamie waits for a screen, and he gets it. Drives in the lane, flips it up, and gets the bounce. Jamie Dweck on point. To the corner, obstructed view three, and it's in and out by Haber. Little Dennis finds Dennis. Now Dennis mano a mano on Rosenberg, and he gives to Jamie. He stumbles and somehow regains the handle. Sammy Shabbat with it. Hands it back to Jamie Dweck. Jamie throws it down low to Dennis. He's backing down Rosenberg. Fadeaway jumper is pure. Dennis Dweck. That's his bread and butter. And it's a 16-14 game. Erwin Azar throws it out to Rosenberg, and he is short from three-point land. Here comes Shabbat. He hoists up the three, in and out, and rebounded by Azar. That would have given the Knicks their first lead. But here's Azar. Little hesitation. Throws to the corner to Haber. Haber puts up the three, and it's too strong. Both teams have gone a little cold here with 13 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the half. Now little Dennis drives baseline, throws it out. Open look from Sammy Shabbat. Three-pointer is good. Sammy Shabbat connects this time, and it's 17-16 in favor of the Knickerbockers. There's Moyal. Moyal throws it out to Arazi. Arazi looking for that open space for three. Has yet to have luck with that department. Jack Haber underneath. Flips it up. No good. Good defense by Dennis Dweck. And there's a reach-in foul. That foul was out of frustration. And with under 13 minutes to play, it's 17-16 New York. Braha back in the game. Looks like that ankle is taped up and ready. Braha passes up the shot, throws it down to Dennis. Dennis, the major size advantage. There's the help defense by Erwin Azar. Throws it out to Braha, no good. And Mizrahi taps it up, no good. And now loose ball grab by Haber. Haber throws to Azar. Azar open look for three, and it's too strong. Rebounded by Mizrahi. Throws to Jamie Dweck. Jamie Dweck gives it back out to little Dennis for three. No good. And a rebound by Elliott Dweck. We are at the 12-minute mark here in the first half. And the three-point attempt, no good. Here's Jamie. Puts on the spin move. Good recovery defense by Elliott Dweck. Now, Dennis was bottled up, throws it out to the corner to Jamie for three. Book it! Jamie Dweck. Sniper from the corner. And it's a 20-16 lead for the Knicks. There's the answer, and he connects. Elliott Dweck back to a one-point game. Braha methodically brings up the dribble. Gives to little Dennis. Dennis throws down to big Dennis. Bumping bodies with Haber. Literally shoving him. And there's the fadeaway. Tapped out and snagged out of the air by Mikey Moyal. Moyal heads down to the basket, and he is fouled and heads to the line for a pair of free throws. Mikey Moyal sensed the opportunity, took it, and worst case scenario ends up at the line, and now he is there, and let's see if he can take care of business. Moyal got out to a hot start. He's been relatively slower over the last 4 or 5 minutes of gameplay, and first free throw is up and good. We're knotted up at 20. Second free throw to break the tie is up and good. 21-20, Toronto in front. Been that type of game to start. Braha, keep your eye on that left ankle, which he subbed himself out of earlier in this game. He passes it up to Dennis, out to Jamie. Jamie steps into a three, and he drains it. Jamie Dweck in his last 2 3-point attempts. Keep your eye open. He's a player that scores in bunches. Now, Mikey Moyal bounces out to the corner. Gives to Arazi. Arazi finds an open Elliot Dweck for three, and it's in and out. And loose ball is last touch, and it's headed the other way, back to the Knicks. 23-21, Knicks in front. Braha shovels it across to Dennis, out to Jamie, and Jamie lost the handle. Gives to Elliot Dweck. Dweck backs down Jamie, and the ill-advised pass rolls off the foot of little Dennis, or rather a Raptor player, and now it's going back to the Knicks. Here is Dennis Dweck. Dennis try to thread the needle, but too much traffic, and now Moyal scoops it up and in. And we're knotted up at 23. Dennis Dweck trying to get too cute with that pass. Now Braha off his feet, and three-point attempt behind the obstructed view is no good. Jamie Dweck finally missed one from deep, and it's going to be a side out. Under 8 minutes to play here in the first half, tied up at 23. Moyal sets up top to Elliot Dweck. Dweck sees a screen from Rosenberg, opts not to take it. It's back. Picked up now by Mizrahi. Now, Mark Braha back on defense, but he creates space. Straightaway three, no good. Rebounded by Rosenberg, and he flips it back up and in. Shelby Rosenberg patrolling the paint, and they're cleaning up. Now Braha throws it down low to Mizrahi, and one. Stephen Miz knots it up at 25. We'll have an opportunity to give New York a lead here at the free throw line. Free throw up is good. One of the better shooting big men from the line is Stephen Mizrahi. Now Moyal throws it out, three-point attempt, no good from Haber. And Moyal scrambling on the floor, chases down the board, hands it off to Rosenberg for the lay-in. That's a hustle bucket by the Raptors. Here's Braha. Braha throws it underneath. Shabbat with the fadeaway, and it's pure. And the back and forth continues. It's 28-27. Moyal throws to Dweck. Dweck gives to Haber. Back to Elliot Dweck. Swings it underneath, and Haber uses the window. And the Raptors are back in front. 29-28. Braha from straight away. Book it! Mark Braha. 31-29, New York. Here's Dweck. Hands it off to Rosenberg. Rosenberg with the jab step, and that ball is deflected and taken away by the Knicks. Here's Jamie, gives to Braha. Braha, quick trigger three, no good, and rebounded by Haber. Haber, looking to push tempo. Arazi behind the back feed. Moyal, three-pointer from the corner, no good, but Rosenberg there to clean up the mess yet again. And it's 31-all. Five minutes to play here in the first half. Shabbat puts up the two, and it's no good short. Raptors basketball. Up ahead to Rosenberg. Rosenberg, no good from three, and rebounded by the Knicks. Braha gives to Mizrahi. Mizrahi finds Dennis. Dennis getting in his spot. Pulls up for two, and it's pure. Dennis Dweck, mid-range assassin. 33-31, Knicks in front. Now Rosenberg feeds Elliott. Dweck straight away, kicks it back to Rosenberg, and he is fouled from behind, no call. Dennis was not sure why that call wasn't made, but he ain't complaining now. And now Jamie throws it back to Braha. Braha, the floater is good. And it's a 35-31 lead with under 4 minutes to play in the half. Knicks up. Moyal bouncing in the paint up and gets the bounce. It's a heady play by Mikey Moyal. Back to a two-point game. Mark Braha turns it over. Here is Moyal. They can tie or take the lead. Jammed up on that three-point attempt, but they're going to reset. Glances at the clock, sees how much time he has. Elliott, step back. No good, short. And pulled down by the Knicks. Gives to Braha in transition. Throws it back out to Dennis. And he's short from two, but Jamie Dweck, no good on the follow. And the Raptors chase down the board. Elliott Dweck. Open look for three. Book it! Elliott Dweck giving the Raptors a 36-35 lead with 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And they try to catch him napping, and no luck on that one. But Jamie there, and he puts it up and in on the follow. 37-36. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the half. Moyal being guarded by Shabbat. Dribbles left. Throws it out to Dweck straight away from three. And it rims in. Around the toilet bowl, Elliott Dweck with back-to-back threes, and Toronto with a 2-point lead. Here's Braha. Gives to Dennis for the tie. No good. Tapped up, and he is fouled. And Stephen Miz heads to the line and will attempt to tie it up at 39. Entertaining first half. Biggest lead of the night from either team was 6. And now Mizrahi will attempt to knot this game up here at the line. First free throw is up, and no good. Minute 30. Clock is continuously moving. And Mizrahi goes 1 of 2. 39-38, minute 10 remaining to the half. Moyal, long three, and it's too strong, and rebounded by New York. Under a minute to play. New York looking for a lead. Throws it out to Dennis. Dennis gives to Shabbat. Shabbat around some traffic. Fires it up top to Jamie. Long three. Book it! Jamie Dweck from downtown. And it's 41-39. Now Azar overfed the target in Rosenberg, and now the Knicks can hold for one and escape the half with a lead. Braha subbing himself in for the final 33.4. Braha crosses the half-court line. Gives to Shabbat. 20 seconds. Here's Jamie. Jamie starting to find the rhythm. Shabbat. Bouncing on the outside. Game clock down to 10. Braha going to work. Throws it down low to Jamie, and he is fouled. He's tied up. And that's on the floor. With 5 seconds even to go on the game clock to the half. Throws it into Dennis. Dennis gives it back to Little Dennis. There's the three, and no good. And we head to halftime. It's 41-39, New York in front. Very entertaining first half. We'll be back momentarily. And we're back. Second half. Second half underway. It's been a close game, wire to wire. Knicks start out with the basketball. Shabbat throws down low to Dennis. Dennis no-look feed, and Little Dennis lays it in. And their lead has up to 4 coming out of halftime. Erwin Azar, top of the key, leaves it off for Moyal. Moyal throws it back to Elliott Dweck. There's the penetration, and the fake no good, but the follow is there. And it's 43-41. Elliott looks back and healthy. Welcome sign to the league. He was sorely missing the last month of ball. And here's Dennis. Gets a screen from Little Dennis. Throws it out to Little Dennis. Back down low to Big Dennis. Backing down Haber. Gets position. Almost lost it, and he does. And the loose ball still on the ground. Rosenberg scoops it up. Elliott Dweck with it. Swings to Rosenberg, feeds Haber underneath, and he lays it up with the left hand. And we're knotted up at 43. Braha brings down the dribble. Kicks it out to Jamie. Jamie for 3. Book it! Jamie Dweck. Vintage Jamie. Now Rosenberg. Gives to Haber. Haber drives, hand in his face, puts it up, in and out. Rebounded by little Dennis. Here's Braha. Finds Dennis, top of the key, gets a screen from Braha, and underneath, no good, and there's the late whistle. And Dennis DeWeck will head to the line for a pair of free throws. First free throw up coming now for Dennis is up and good. And the second one rims out, goes one of two. Rosenberg brings up the dribble, having a quiet night. He's amongst the league leaders in several categories, but he looks a tad slower tonight. Gives to Moyal. Moyal drives baseline, leaves it out. DeWeck in the corner. And last touch by little Dennis, heads out of bounds. And shot clock violation, but Knicks get the basketball before that whistle, and it turns into a transition layup for Erwin Azar. 6-point lead, the largest lead of any team tonight. It's been that type of game. Let's see if Toronto can get back within striking distance. Bounce pass down low to Rosenberg. Rosenberg barrels over little Dennis, and there is the offensive foul, and the Academy Award goes to little Dennis DeWeck. Braha looking to extend this lead, throws it underneath, and there's the lay-in. And it's an 8-point lead with 16 minutes and change remaining for the Knicks. There's Moyal, and Moyal is fouled on his way to the hole, and he'll head to the line for a pair of free throws. They needed that in the worst of ways, and let's hope that Moyal, for the sake of the Raptors, can convert, because the Knicks came out of the second half on a run. Free throw up from Moyal is good. Mikey Moyal's second free throw attempt. Going to pull the Raptors a little closer. Is good. 51-45, lead back to 6 for the Knicks. Little Dennis with it, gives to Sammy Shabbat. Shabbat puts up a shot with Moyal's hand in his face, no good. And here's Elliot DeWeck. DeWeck steps into a three, and it's short, rebounded by little Dennis. Gives to Braha. Braha throws it underneath, back out to Jamie for three. Wild shot, no good. Shabbat got it, and let's see what the call is. Last touch by the Raptors is going to stay this way. 51-45 remains the score. Under 15 minutes to play in regulation. Jamie gets it in, and that pass was deflected by one of the Raptors. Gets it into Dennis. Fires it out to Braha, and he draws contact from behind the arc and heads to the line for three. Mark Braha, sometimes known as a foul merchant, but gets the job done. 3 free throws on the way. First is up and good. Second free throw is good. I guess his foot was in the line. I thought there was going to be 3 free throw attempts. 53-45. Azar dribbles to the corner, feeds Rosenberg, gets position, lays it in. Important bucket for the Raptors. Little Dennis backs down to Razzie, and he's tied up and turned over. Elliott Dweck throws it up ahead to Azar, feeds back to Rosenberg for the lay-in, and it's a 4-point game. Nice effort here from the Raptors. They could have easily folded. They showed some resilience. Here's Jamie having a big night. Pump fake galore. Gets bumped underneath by Elliott. And Jamie heads to the line for a pair. Under 13 minutes remaining as Jamie tries to extend this 4-point lead. Free throw up is good. And he knocks down the second, 55-49. Azar up top to Dweck for three, short, rebounded by Dennis. Dennis brings up the dribble under 12 minutes to play, finds an opening, puts it up, and there's the late whistle. As Dennis Dweck heads back to the free throw line. Here comes the commish. Free throw no good from Dennis. Next free throw on the way, and Dennis rattles it in. 7-point lead for the Knicks. 11 minutes and change remaining. Razzie for three, no good. And tapped up and taken by Steven Mizrahi. Here's Jamie. Jamie kicks it out to Dennis. Dennis from straight away. Hands to Braha. Braha, the shake and bake, and puts it up, no good. Up ahead to Moyal, and he lays it up and in. Mikey Moyal draws Toronto within 5. 10 minutes, 30 seconds remain. Dennis gives to Jamie. Jamie penetrates up, short, no good. Taken down by Elliott Dweck. Dweck in transition to Razzie, nice feed. Kicks it out, extra fine, three-pointer short. And rebounded by Moyal and taken away now by Jamie Dweck. And Jamie feeds Braha underneath for the put it. 58-51, under 10 minutes to play. Elliott Dweck throws down to Rosenberg. Rosenberg having a quiet night, trying to change the narrative for the lay-in. Back to a 5-point game. Braha gives to Dweck. Being guarded by Erwin Azar. There's a screen from Mizrahi. Jamie just gallops down the lane for the put-in. And it's 60-53 as Jamie Dweck continues. Your head. And every time Sardar throws a basketball up. And every time Sardar throws a basketball up, it's in the camera. And now Elliott Dweck up, no good, and there's the foul call. Elliot Dweck at the free throw line. Looking to pull it back within 5. Knicks have had that 5 to 7 point cushion for the last 4 minutes of this game. First is up and in, 60 to 54. And he knocks down the pair, 5-point game. Toronto looking for a stop or two. Plenty of clock to go, over 8 minutes. Here's Dennis. Backs down Rosenberg. Look for the fade. Oh, and he drives in, puts it up, and there's the travel. Looks like Shelby Rosenberg pulled the chair from underneath Dennis and got him to shuffle his feet. And finally, that stop that the Raptors have been searching for. Now Moyal, pushing tempo, gives to Erwin Azar. Rosenberg in the corner. Rosenberg, and last touch by the Knicks. Underneath, and Mikey Moyal puts it in. 3-point game. Braha gets a screen from Mizrahi. Good recovery defense by Shelby Rosenberg. Here's Jamie Dweck. Shot clock at 10. Throws it out to Braha for 3. Bang! Big 3, Mark Braha. 7 minutes to play, 63-57. Elliot Dweck tries to throw the alley-oop, but last touch by the Knicks. Ball going to stay this way. Comes the inbound pass, easily finds Moyal for the put-in. So good at that. Braha gets off his feet, back into the hands of Braha. Steps into a 2, and it's off the back rim and chased down by Steven Mizrahi for the offensive board. Now Braha once again for 3 and is too strong. And a pair of Raptors crashing the boards, and they come out of the pack. And now Rosenberg with the Euro. He's fouled. And Shelby Rosenberg heads to the line as they are adjusting the scoreboard. It's (63-59) is the score. Free throw is up and good. I'm not sure. Looking to make it a 2-point game, apparently. And it's up and short. Knicks with a 3-point lead in the ball. 5 minutes and 45 seconds remain. Shabbat. Couldn't finish, and Mizrahi taps it out. Good job. Back in the hands of Mizrahi. In the paint. Bounce pass out. Corner shot. An open look, and no good from Sammy Shabbat. Here come the Raptors, down by 3. Elliot Dweck going to work. Here's the crossover. Throws it out to Arazi. Arazi up top to Moyal. Swings to Elliot Dweck. Bounce pass into the block. Shelby Rosenberg, and there he is, rejected. Gets it back, fires it to Azar. Azar off 1 foot, no good. And Knicks come away with it. Very disoriented possession for the Raptors. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Braha finds a cutting Shabbat, no good, and Azar grabs the board, gives to Elliot Dweck, and Dweck is poked from behind Steven Mizrahi, and Jamie Dweck gives to little Dennis and gets it out to Braha. chaos on this possession. And wisely, Sammy Shabbat resets. Shot clock at 10. Jamie going to work on Moyal. Throws it out, and it's a backcourt violation. And it's Raptors ball with just over 4 minutes remaining. And there's for the tie. No good from Moyal. And last touched by the Knicks. Ball stays this way. Moyal got a good look at it. Throws it out to Elliot Dweck. Screened by Arazi. Going for a screen. Then waves him off. Gives to Rosenberg. Rosenberg leaves it off for Elliot for three for the tie. Bucket! Elliot Dweck knocks it up at 63 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Here's Braha. Gives to Jamie. Jamie throws it back out to Braha. Kicks to the corner. Little Dennis baseline out. Had an open Dennis. Dennis steps into a two, and he puts it in. Big shot, Dennis Dweck. 65-63, Knicks in front. Just over 3 minutes remaining. And he is fouled from behind by Jamie Dweck, inadvertently, but foul nonetheless. Going to be a side out for the Raptors with 3 minutes and 6 seconds on the game clock. Just 2 points separate these two teams. Elliot Dweck regains the dribble. Gives to Moyal. Moyal finds Rosenberg. And that's deflected. Good job by Azar. Here's the three, and it's short by Elliot Dweck. Clean look. Just didn't have anything on it. This is a huge possession for the Knicks. Dennis. Back with it. Gets bottled up underneath, and foul called on Rosenberg. Ticky-tack foul, but looked like there was contact. 2 enormous free throws from Dennis. First is up is good. Knicks back up by 3. Dennis looking to make it a 2-possession game. And he goes 2 of 2. 67-63. Knicks back up by 4. This is a must for the Raptors. They got to figure out a way to score some points here. Elliot Dweck behind the arc. And has it poked away, gets it back, puts it up, no good. And last touch by little Dennis. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go with 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Raptors. Elliot to inbound. Gives to Rosenberg, back to Elliot. Elliot takes the man for 3, puts it up. It's an air ball. Elliot Dweck had an open look and couldn't do much with it. And then Mikey Moyal is whistled for the foul. Now the Knicks looking for a huge, huge bucket to start to get control of this game. Braha. Nice feed and good defense by Elliot Dweck. Pokes it out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Little Dennis to inbound underneath. Oh, Jamie to inbound underneath. Throws it into Dennis. Now Jamie. Whoa, big shot, Dennis Dweck. As the shot clock expires. Lead back to 6. Minute 20 to go. Elliot Dweck finds Jackie Haber underneath for the put-in. And now the Raptors need a stop or two just to give themselves an opportunity to get back in this game, and there's a foul call. Minute 5 to go. And Raptors are in the bonus, sending Jamie Dweck to the free throw line. Free throw up is no good on the 1-on-1. And Mark Braha luckily gets the long rebound. Now under a minute to play. Knicks back with the ball. Looks like Braha called a timeout, but was not recognized by the referees. Knicks with it, 4-point lead, and Dennis back at the line. Free throw is good. 5-point lead. Make it 6. Dennis on a tear here down the stretch. And a timeout is called for the Raptors. Down by 6, under a minute to play. They want to talk it over. Back out of that timeout. 47.8 remaining. Crucial possession. And Shelby Rosenberg is fouled from behind. Down to 45 seconds. One more foul puts him in the bonus. Here's a Razzie, catch, shoot, 3, no good. Rosenberg comes down with it, and a foul is called. With 40 seconds to play. He reached from behind. And now Sammy Shabbat looking to put away the Raptors at the charity stripe. Free throw up is good. And the Knicks, with their largest lead of the night, they were up by 8 at one point. Back to 8. Amoyal, desperation. Throws it out to Dweck for 3, and he drives, wasting valuable clock. Now Azar throws underneath the Haber, and there's the hook, no good, and Moyal puts it in. Back to a 6-point game with 20 seconds to go. And there's the foul instantaneously. Sammy Shabbat back at the line. Free throw is short. And he missed a pair, and timeout is called. And a glimmer of hope for the Raptors. 19.4 on the game clock. Haber to inbound. Rosenberg bottled up and taken away, and that's the ball game. And there's the foul. Little Dennis at the line, under 10 seconds to play. Looking to put the finishing touches on the Raptors. First free throw is up and good. Eight-point lead, 8 seconds to play. Dweck throws it away, and that's the ball game. Knicks win by 8. Tough fought battle. Well earned.